Hi, I'm Andrew Trendle. You're watching NME. We're here on the final day, the final night, the final hours of Reading Festival 2025. I'm joined right now by the Dare.
That's right.
How's it going, man?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. Is this bass getting to you? I think it's D Block Europe in the back. I feel it in my soul.
I mean, I've been on tour, so I've been in like bass-heavy environments for like a month straight, so I'm used to it a little bit.
I thought you were going to say, I've been on tour, so I feel nothing.
Yeah, I feel nothing at all.
Just numb from the eyes down.
Yeah.
But Leeds Festival will do that to you. I mean, so was it Leeds last night?
2 nights ago.
Yeah, so you've had time to recover.
Yeah, we had a little bit of time, but it was really fun, really intense.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is your first Reading and Leeds, right?
This is my first Reading and Leeds, yeah.
Do you feel like the weight of the legacy of the festival, or is it just another party?
No, yeah, this one definitely has a bit of lore and mythology behind it, I think. That's like pretty exciting. And I don't know. I mean, I definitely heard about it growing up in the US, but not all festivals make it there, so.
Yeah. And did you feel like, because you're technically you're headlining that stage, right? The Festival Republic stage.
Yeah, it's great.
So is it a little bit extra going up against Travis Scott?
Fortunately, I'm not at the same time, so
right.
that's nice for me.
So you get to share the insanity.
Yeah, hopefully get people, get a little bit of people amped up for him.
And you could be the best dressed man at Reading.
It's possible. It's possible.
I mean, how do you do it? How do you keep it up in this heat, in this dust, in this filth?
It's hard, honestly, Schlepping a suit around is a lot of careful folding and, usually there's a garment bag involved and stuff like that.
Do you ever wear shorts, or is that a personal question?
Never wear shorts, ever. There's a famous quote, a Dawn does not wear shorts.
That's a good album name, or the title of your autobiography.
Yeah.
So fresh from releasing Frequencies.
Yeah, that was 2 days ago.
Yeah. How does it feel to have it out in the world?
It feels really good. I've just had those songs for a second and, been just perfecting them, touching them up. And I wanted to release like a club forward, dance music forward, kind of acid and big beat related thing. And that feels like really fun and fresh for me. So.
And it's part of a series, right? There's more to come.
Yeah, I think the idea is just I'll be able to release a lot of dance music under that sort of series.
Yeah. So there's Frequency World, and then there's the Dare album world.
Yeah, so I mean, just a lot of my favorite techno or house labels, will do compilation series, and I kind of wanted to do something similar. So maybe in the future there'll be features or other people can contribute to it. But yeah, that's for the dance music, strictly more dance music, and then the Dare is for the more pop leaning stuff, I think.
Who would you invite into your dance music world then?
Man, I don't know. There's a lot of people I really like, a lot of legends like Boys Noise or Gesaffelstein I would love to have. And a lot of new people like Fuckers or, I don't know, Horse Girl, or just people who are doing fun and interesting things in dance music right now. And
all these people in your contacts?
Some of them. I know a couple of them. Yeah, I know Fuckers. They're from New York, and Gesaffelstein. And
you got Boys Noise on speed dial.
I did actually just DM him the other day.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
trying to finesse some tickets to the 9 Inch Nails tour off of him.
That's sick, because that remix album of the Challenger soundtrack was unreal.
Yeah, that's a great soundtrack.
Are you trying to just creep into the Trent Reznor's world as well?
That would be great. Yeah, I think he may or may not be aware of the Dare as a thing, but.
You never know.
Hero of mine.
Trent, are you listening? Call.
Please.
But speaking of dance floor fillers, I mean, your remix of Guess continues to have a life of its own. And it's I'm sure, well, as a dance music fan, you must feel the honor. It's not every remix gets to be bigger than the original, man. So what's your secret?
I don't know. I guess, I don't know. Putting Billie Eilish on there. That's sort of the secret sauce, but... Yeah, no, I just think it's a fun song, It's almost like a dirty nursery rhyme or something. It's got sort of just an instantly, parodied kind of hook, and that's kind of what it takes to make a great hit, I think.
And how would you describe that chemistry, that alchemy of the three of you together?
Well, a lot of it was done remotely, so interesting. It's sort of non-existent in a way, but Charli and we share a lot of the similar tastes and interests, and we went back and forth a billion times about the song and how it's going to turn out and where it's going to be. And then she was just like, and Billie is really into it.
Yeah.
So it's great.
Well, it's interesting because I remember reading that Charli wanted her next record, post-Brat. I think she was like mentioning tones of like Lou Reed and going a bit
Yeah.
kind of transformed. But like I know you kind of straddle those worlds of like dance and rock and a bit of everything as well. I mean, what do you make of that? Would you get involved?
I would love to be included. I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm a huge Lou Reed fan, obviously, like trying to carry the torch of New York music. And I don't know, it would be an honor.
Yeah. Well, you've been called the new king of indie sleaze. What does that what does that mean to you? Because you don't invent your own like persona. People give it to you. Like
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit ridiculous. I don't even really know what indie sleaze means.
just
Uh,
staying up late and liking guitar music.
Staying up late, having fun, and making like it's kind of just like a return to extroversion in music. Making music that's for other people to be heard in real life. That's not just meant to end up on a playlist or end up in a coffee shop or something. It's music that has like a lot more of an intense, sometimes hedonistic thing. So that's just stuff I'm all about. So.
Yeah. So beyond that, do you ever like sense are there any great misconceptions about the Dare, or do you just not pay mind to that?
I don't know if there's any great misconceptions. If anyone's saying that I'm not the most talented, sexy man on the planet,
How dare you?
they might be confused.
In terms of like championing New York music, and there's like always like connotations of LCD. Are you an LCD fan, or is that just not in your world? Because sometimes these things aren't even in your world, like.
No, I love LCD. I've listened to LCD since I was like 12 or something. Yeah, I feel like LCD, and then after that, like sort of the Parquet Courts,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Brooklyn post-punk scene.
That was a whole era.
That like those two eras are kind of like super formative in like establishing my idea of like what New York music was. And even Parquet Courts went a little more dance punk later on as well. And then of course I like did a real deep dive and sort of learned just how many people were involved in creating that whole world beyond those artists. I mean, obviously Parquet Courts is a whole different scene that happened a decade or 2 decades later almost. But yeah, so huge influences on me, big time.
And do you feel a new era beginning? I mean, obviously, indies. We just discussed indie sleaze isn't a thing, but you talked about that kind of music with substance, but still makes you want to party. Do you feel that happening around you?
Yeah, I think what naturally happens is, an idea takes hold, a bunch of people, are working within that sort of style or attitude. They gain some level of success, they leave their local scene or their hometown, they start touring and playing festivals like this. And then I think the people who are in the cities still working on their music, they sort of form something almost reactionary or in response to what has just happened. So that's just inevitably happening right now in New York, as well as I'm personally just excited about London. It's like a whole scene of music that couldn't have happened 3 years ago when girls came out and when people like first started doing this sort of thing. So it's already happening to some degree.
Well, in light of things moving and things happening, where do you see, aside from the EPs, where do you see the next record going, the next album?
For me,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to have more fun, like incorporate more diverse influences, like, have more friends and collaborators involved, and I guess just take it even less seriously than the first one.
Yeah, relax, man. Chill out.
Yeah,
You've been taking things far too seriously.
I know.
So, new album 2026, or are you hibernating?
I guess it'll be a surprise, but possibly, yeah.
Sweet. What's the first thing you're going to do after this interview?
I think I'm gonna go have a drink.
And after your set? More drink?
I'll have another one, but just two.
All right. I'll see you at the bar, man. The Dare. Thank you so
I'll
much.
see you there.
Cheers.